Hi guys, another person out in the outdoors doing YouTube videos about camping and bushcraft and stuff like that. Well, here I am. My name's Robert. I'm camping at a place called Riverhollow in County Wexford in Ireland. It's probably one of the easiest sites in Ireland to go for a almost authentic wild camping experience. I say almost authentic because it is still a campsite, but it is very natural. The only facilities are a composting toilet that you have to dump a load of sawdust in every time you answer a call of nature, and a tap. The owner runs it as a nature reserve and has, I think, about 12 or 13 spaces available for camping. It's designed for small tents and hammock camping. Like I say, facilities are virtually non-existent. You can't go around cutting down trees or branches, unfortunately. Well, that's actually okay. I don't mind that. Instead, the owner will sell you a fairly big bag of firewood for €5, and that'll last you a day, day and a half if you're careful with it. He gets the wood from coppicing trees on site. Very beautiful. It's on the banks of the River Bannon in County Wexford. Have a look around. You can see it all. My own particular setup for this trip is, it's not bushcraft. I've got a tent from Decathlon, which is that big chain of outdoor equipment stores. They sell sports gear, outdoor equipment, mountaineering stuff, hiking stuff. It's actually quite a nice tent. It's quite impressed with the design of it. For the money, it was about €150. It's certainly a lot, just as good, if not better, than some of the more expensive brands who sell a similar sort of ultra lightweight hiking tent. It came for 2 days just to chill out for a bit, as you do. The weather has been pretty bad. It's been raining about 90% of the time since I got here. I tend to find when I go camping on day one, beautiful weather. And as soon as I go to bed that night, the heavens open and they stay open until I go home. So you end up with a very muddy campsites, which is annoying. One of the reasons why I love this site is because wild camping is quite hard to do in Ireland. Don't know why. Unlike, say, Scotland and I believe some parts of England and Wales, there's no right to roam. Most of the land is in private ownership or government ownership, and the government tends to be a bit stingy with allowing access. For example, the State's Forestry Commission company, Coillte, only allow camping on like 7 or 8 of their forests, even though they own dozens of forests. So it's kind of a bit of an odd thing that they're so stingy with access. And by the way, that's kids from another pitch running through. Yeah, so if you do want to go wild camping, your options are really to go to one of the national parks, which can be a bit out of the way and are certainly hard to access if you don't have your own car, or places like Riverhollow, which is kind of a pseudo wild camping experience. And the problem with going to one of the national parks is that even if everyone says don't take your car because you'll be parking your car on the side of a lonely road, and chances are someone's going to see it and think, oh, I wonder what's in there, or worse. So it's kind of unfortunate that that's the way things are, but what can you do? Such as modern life. For example, the Wicklow Mountains National Park, which isn't actually all that far from Dublin, I guess within 15-20 kilometres, beautiful area. The centrepiece is Glendalough Valley, which is just beautiful. They allow wild camping, but unfortunately at the weekends you get a lot of gangs of young adults, teenagers, who would go out in their souped up cars, your sort of €200 second-hand Opel Corsa, but fitted out with a €2,000 stereo. You know the kind of guy. But anyway, they'd head out with all their mates in a couple of bags of cans into the forest, and you wouldn't really want to run into them. They might be harmless, but you never know, which is unfortunate. So this is probably the start of hopefully more videos on the subject of my outdoor escapades. I'm doing it really because I enjoy it and also want to lose a bit of weight because I work in IT, and that is not a good business for being in if you want to stay fit. So anyway, enjoy. So, hi guys, final morning, packing up, getting ready to go. It absolutely bucketed down last night, torrential. I do like the sound of rain pitter-pattering on the tent when I'm sleeping in it, but there does come a point where it gets a bit too much and you're getting into torrential downpours, and it's not so much calming as worrying, and that's kind of what happened last night. It woke me up a few times, but the tent held up. I'm really pleased with the tent, the Quechua Ultralight Hiker. From Decathlon. Not a drop of condensation or water on the inside. Really, it's really impressive for the money. The only complaints I would have about it is the typical ultralight tent complaint, and that is it's not really big enough to sit up inside. So, but that's one of the trade-offs you get. Of course, the sun decides to come out now, even though it was bucketing down the few days I was here. And Of course, there's a quagmire of mud. So yeah, getting ready to go. Pack up my tent. One of the most stressful things I find about camping is not will the fire light, not have I brought enough food, but will I be able to pack the tent back into the bag the correct way? I tend to find that it's almost like some kind of game from the Krypton Factor, that game show back in the 80s, where they'd sort of give the contestants ridiculously complicated mental agility tasks to complete, like build a dodecahedron out of marbles and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully I'll get it back into the bag and I don't have to like physically shove it in, which is usually what happens. Yeah, and also yeah, a bag of rubbish, because there's a take your rubbish home policy here at Riverhollow, which is, oh, it's an eco camp, so I can go along with that. And anyway, the sun's coming out and it's beautiful. So anyway, thanks for watching my first video. Hopefully it's not too weird, and hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to smash that like button, or not, I don't care. I'm not your mother or your dad. Anyway, cheers, take care, bye bye.